All right, so I got some extra details for my game idea I just came up with, or not came up with just now, but like I've been working on and off in ecstatic inspiration, let's say. Um, if you developed an elite dangerous style world with randomization or like um, inter-system traveling ships or slight randomization of solar systems over time in each of the solar systems that you play around in with the ships, then you could get, for the sake of argument, you could have like 50 solar systems or something like that with planet maps. The first stage would be the solar system maps and so on, and then the next stage the second stage, with the ground stage, would add the planetary maps. So you could have like 50 handcrafted, but not like obsessed over unproductively um, maps. So that there maybe if there's a weaker map or a stronger map, people will just kind of bear the weaker maps because the stronger maps just happen to be better, and there's so many of them that you get a bunch of variety, which is the spice of life. And you sort of randomize some of the elements to each map, but weight them based on the location. So there's Kuat would have more star destroyers, or Calamar would have more Mon Calamari cruisers or something like that. You know what I mean? Than the surrounding ones. Corellia would have more corvettes and so on, and Millennium Falcons and so on, like so. And Hoth would have like ATSTs or something, or an ATATs or something, whereas Endor would be more land speeders and maybe the occasional ATST or something. More often than other places, and so on. Then you could have, like, even if just one mission for each ground and space wise, you could have variety, like 50 slightly randomized encounter types for land and space, and the terrain associated and buildings and so on. So you could have urban environments or jungle environments and so on. Um, Now, I want to say Elite Dangerous is a better Starfield than Bethesda, but one of the things that I want to add, or two of the things I want to add to the game, um, in a sort of Helldivers 2 developmental path, because it's a solid shooter that's kinetically or viscerally fun to play, from what I can tell of my the people that talk about it to me, is it's got talents and skills. And what that means is essentially there's character progression. And the thing about it is, I don't see a problem with developing skill trees and talents, sort of like Helldivers or even like Wolfenstein, um, the New Colossus, or Wolfenstein the New Order, or Wolfenstein the Old Blood in some sense, maybe some sort of characteristics of attributes and talents, sort of like that, except you can pick them instead of by leveling up, instead of performing uh, what's it called when you accomplish a something that pops up on Steam. It's called a feat or something, like a feat of strength or skill or something. I can't remember the name for it. It might be feat, but it's like a skill based accomplishment that is recognized by the computer. Um, so this will be more about leveling up and then selecting skills and building your character up. So this would add a dimension to the single player and cooperative part, but also it could add a bit of randomization of experiences or variety of experiences in the war effort part. And the war effort will be like Foxhole in the sense of like you are fighting for the rebels or Imperials or on either side as mercenaries to win the war. And then there's going to be a cooldown period where the updates happen, and then you go back to equal battle lines and fight it out again, and so on. Um, it would be glorious. It would be absolutely amazing. You could give armor raidens an HP and shield hardness, which is basically an armor raiden, and power, which would be like the HP of the shield. And basically, the shield is the thing that naturally regenerates, and you could have like medics and health packs and stuff like that scattered around maps and stuff for like health. So it'd be kind of like Halo 1, the original Halo, not Call of Duty, not Halo 2 or 3 or Reach, but like Halo 1, where HP is the anti burst survivability, but the shield is the consistent damage survivability. We've reached a point where there's virtually no reason to break the machine with graphics, so you can focus on the emergent gameplay properties and RPG elements a little bit, sort of like Helldivers. Honestly, this idea would take probably, I'm guessing, like 200 qualified people at 8 to 10 years to fully create, but you could create it in 3 stages. And it'd be so good, it would blow the competition apart if you did it right. And if the graphics need an upgrade, you could just add a DLC on Steam that can be disabled or enabled at will, sort of like Fallout 4's texture pack. And my guess is you should probably not use Unreal Engine 5. You should probably use Unreal Engine 4 for the gameplay engine. If this appeals to anyone, if this sounds like it's comprehensive in a way that other people could appreciate and so on, and at the same time is ambitious but believably possible to do, then I've done my job. And yeah,